man. The only thing a DL man can do for me is that's it. 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 I'm not taking nothing from a DL man serious, baby. You don't even take me serious. You don't even take life serious. You have a wife. You have a baby mama. You got a girlfriend. You got all these things that you stay with, surround yourself with, but you still sneaking and sliding over here. You're even going so far as to taking money from your household and bringing it over here. Do you know how many men have came and saw me and said stuff like, oh, I got my baby with me. Can I bring my child? You finna bring your baby with you to trick? With a trick. We're not the only ones lacking respect when it comes to dealing with men. That's what I want y'all to understand. Y'all be making it seem like we have a problem with women or whatever the case may be because of a DL man. We don't care about them. That's why we monetize them. We're a fetish to them and they are money to us. That's it. Nothing else. Ain't no trans girls. Well, it's some. I ain't gonna say none because there's some of these hoes that don't care about being a secret and on the low and pushed under the rug and never getting nothing but a nut. It's some bitches that care about that. But bitch, you not finna just use me, not Heaven Lee. I worked real hard to get to who I am today. I worked real hard. So ain't no nigga finna come in my life as no secret and I'm finna be protecting him. I don't care about that, babes. You gonna pay me and you gonna go about your business, and outside of that, it'd be very easy to stiff arm these niggas. The same way y'all be complaining about them, we have the same complaints. That's why I don't understand why y'all make it seem like we can't be dealing with the same men. We all complaining about the same things. These niggas is impressing their homeboys. These niggas is saying bros before hoes for a reason, babes. Please stop trying to make it seem like we have a problem about niggas. We don't care. We don't care. We know they ain't shit. We know. That's why we get what we can up out of them and we keep it moving. Y'all be trying to get whole lives out of these niggas. Y'all be trying to get him to marry you so he can cheat on you, have 17 baby mamas on you, all that type of stuff. And I know y'all gonna hit me with the, oh, it ain't all, but we all be complaining about it, so it's a large majority.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and before I started talking, I played a video clip of some trans woman saying that she just uses men, straight men. I don't know how that's even possible, but I digress. For their money. I mean, well, what the fuck else was you gonna use it for? A relationship? Like, unless you had kids out your bussy, or they start giving men uterus implants, that wasn't going. That was a damn dead end if I ever saw one. But speaking on trans women and all that hoopla, I know I said 2024 that I was done beating the trans community with a sledgehammer. Well, I've let the steam cool off, right? It's been a cool 2 years. I'm monetized. YouTube done flagged me several hundred times for my language. So we just gonna circle back around the block. We're gonna do a double back, and while I'm not gonna beat them with a sledgehammer, I am going to talk about this particular article. I seen this looked like this was the 23rd of, or the 4th of last month of February. And I forgot exactly what the reason was why I didn't get around to it. Maybe because I have a life. Or I just didn't feel like doing it. It says right here, gay man kills gay boyfriend because he hated being gay in a gay relationship. Say that shit 3 times real fast. Now, when I'm tripping on this, and this is a tragedy, no one should be unalived because of their sexuality. As much as I poke fun at the LGBT and even trans people, I don't want in the world, I don't want no harm to come to no one, that even trans people, LGBT, or even races. That's where I'm standing with it. Which is, true shit. I respect life. I love life. I think everybody should be given the free reign to live their life as long as it does not fringe on another person. This is why I said, and I forgot exactly what video it was, this is why people got to start living a truth. Because my man was gay and killed his gay boyfriend because he hated being in a gay relationship. This shit makes no sense for the obvious reasons. If you didn't want to be in a gay relationship, you could have just not been in a gay relationship. I'm assuming he was living in a closet and it was eating at him, and people was making fun of him, probably within his family or friend circle. Still not a reason he should be locked under the jail, because one, he was conflicted with shit he was doing, right? Yeah, I think people that live a lie and torture and or harm other people because they're living a lie need to be buried under the jail, right? You're a different type of like animal. It's one thing somebody trick you, or it's one thing if somebody slips something in your drink. It's another thing if somebody coerce you, force you, or make you do something against your will. Doing something within your will and then not being able to live with the shame or of whatever it is, right? I'm assuming he couldn't live with the shame, which I don't. These news articles nowadays on social media, they don't really give the full scope, and I didn't screenshot that shit, so I have nothing to go off of. This person that he unalived was I think of some type of notoriety on social media, was regarded in the community. I was an advocate for trans women. So this shit right here added insult to injury. Just from what I remember from the article and just looking at the aesthetics of the person, it is the person. I forgot exactly what the man's name was, but I ain't gonna front. If I was into trans people, that was a very convincing looking motherfucker. Now, on the flip side, this dude probably took him out because he was tricked, right? Once again, like I said, I don't recall the whole article. Only thing I remember from the article is that this person was of some notoriety and was helping out the community and advocating for trans rights. So clearly this nigga knew like the ins and out of the person, no pun intended. But yeah, the fact that he decided to take that person out because he couldn't live with the shame of being a homosexual. Yeah, you got to take him, put him on death row. That's where I'm at with. I don't even believe people should be able to live 20, 30, 40 years for murder. You kill somebody, you got to go. That's where I'm at with it, because a life is some shit that's precious, and you don't live this shit on repeat mode. You can't respawn. Once this shit's over, it's over. It's a dub, as far as we know. I ain't never met nobody that came back alive and said how it was on the other side, or that you come back in another body. I never met none of that shit. I've never met nobody that did that. I've never experienced that. So I'm going off the assumption that this is it. Like in the title of Michael Jackson's last documentary, this is it. Once you leave this motherfucker, you may be able to reincarnate, spawn, whatever, on another dimension, another planet. I don't know that. So unbeknownst to me, once this is over, it's over. And since that's the case, if you take somebody out, I believe they should take you. And I believe they need to do a public executions now. They need to bring that shit back. Public executions with the consent of your parent. It should be viewed on television at a regularly scheduled time, and people should actually see that shit go down. I think the homicide rate will actually plummet from the earth if people actually got to see that, because then they'll realize that life is like serious. Nobody's fucking playing with you. You don't get to go in jail and eat honey buns and play fucking Xbox or basketball. None of that shit. You get the death chair with your eyes, with the without nothing on your eyes, so they could see your eyeballs pop out the fucking socket. That's where I'm at with it. Cause this shit was ridiculous. This don't even make sense. This just seemed like my man was just bored with life. You know, it's like, it was one thing if you bored with life, take yourself out. That shit I don't understand. People be tired and sick of living. They take other people out because they a coward and they want to live the rest of their life in prison, comfortable and away from their family and the rest of society. And nah, fuck that. I honestly believe we need to start taking people out to the woodshed, doing the Lord's work, because this right here is this don't make no sense. I had to read the headlines like multiple times because the shit wasn't making sense. Like, hold up, nigga was clearly gay, took out his gay boyfriend because he didn't like being gay. That shit made no sense. And for that, I feel like we need to just alleviate the headache. Start taking people the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Doing the Lord's work. Take them out their misery, because shit's starting not to make sense, and people starting to think that jail ain't a real place. And I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't want my tax money going to house this motherfucker for the next 25 years. There are a lot of things that we could be doing with the tax money other than housing some lazy fuck that don't want to work and want to fuck men. That's where I'm at with it. Take this motherfucker out. Tired is, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older. I'm just tired of the stupidity, especially stupid shit like this. Now, how you gonna take a motherfucker out because you gay, and that person, like the victim was probably stunned because it probably was some consensual shit. Everybody was on the same page, but this nigga conscience was eating at him. So this is just sad all the way around. However, that's not the only person that took their significant other out. Right here, it was a YouTuber found guilty of unaliving pregnant girlfriend while using pre-recorded GTA stream as an alibi. He is expected to receive a life sentence. Another dickhead. Like, knew the girl was pregnant. She even right here got a college cap and gown on. Well, at least the gown, not the cap. And he looked like he about 37, right? Loser in life / streamer. And he getting a couple dollars from that bullshit. But probably not enough money to take care of no wife and kid, or even a kid. And so he thought the only plausible thing he could do was take her out. And this is how stupid the population is, because he put a pre-recorded GTA game while he did the deed, right? Thinking it was going to be an alibi. Like, how fucking dumb do you got to be? Like, they wasn't going to actually check the stream, right? He probably even convincingly told him, oh, it was on live stream and you can check it out. And bro, it's a fucking video. These people nowadays, right? Especially the younger generation, they think they that fucking smart and we fucking stupid. Damn detective probably 48. This is what the younger generation don't realize. Media, internet, social media and all this shit is not new. Motherfucker, you can't pre-record some shit and upload it and think we not gonna fucking find out. Not only that, lives is relatively new. They've been doing lives on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter for like the last, I want to say 13 years. So lead detective was 48. 13 years ago, the nigga was 35. This is not new science and shit, bro. You're not gonna pull a whammy bammy. Now maybe if the nigga was like, I don't know, 60, shit would have probably worked. But even that was a toss-up, because at least even the people on the force is probably like 10, 20 years his senior. So they would have put him up on game. So you still was going to get busted because you a jackass. In any event, if you feel frustrated like I do and think all these scum of the earth need to be taken out back, and you know what I'm saying, people need to do the Lord's work, leave it in the comments. Let me know. Like, comment, and subscribe. At the very least, just like the shit so it's in the algorithm. In any event, I'm out.